Hi all, today I'm going to be reviewing the Carro Smart Ceiling Fan. This is the 60-inch ceiling fan. There was a Kickstarter a little while ago. Units recently shipped for this fan. So I know a lot of people are starting to receive their fans, so I thought it'd be a good time to post a review and just sort of what I experienced installing it, just in terms of the product and the quality and just some things that I noticed. So let's get into it. So if you notice, this box had 2 units in it. I've already installed one, so we'll just go through what you get with the 1 unit. Everything's packaged very nicely. You can see here, it's also labeled. So I had a 2 unit, white. So this is the motor, number 2. This is the LED light unit, so it's pretty cool. You get one of these if you ordered it. It comes in, basically you get 2 colors of lights. You get a bright white and then you get a yellow, soft yellow, which is nice. That's the one that we're using right now. You also get the blades, and the fan blades are color coded. There's obviously some kind of balancing that's done at the factory to ensure that these blades work well with the motor and there's nothing out of balance. I liked that they did this because actually, if you go to Home Depot, you go buy some of their fans, you'll notice that, when you install them and put them together, they're not color coded and they wobble all over the place. They make a lot of noise. That's not the case with this. In terms of, the fan that we have, and I'll post a video in a little bit, of it being quiet, it is very quiet. You cannot go wrong with this unit. So in terms of the motor quality, how quiet it is, it's very exceptional compared to what we had. And we even had a high grade fan that we bought probably almost 10 years ago now. But at the time it was one of the best on the market, and this is far superior. You'll receive one of these. This has all the miscellaneous components. So essentially you get this cover, and we'll come back to that in a moment. You have a remote. It wasn't packaged like this, it was packaged pretty nicely. So you need the remote, you need batteries, so hopefully you have some AAAs to install, because you cannot get things started without using the remote to turn the fan on. Next, you'll receive this shorter rod for the installation. This to me was pretty much useless, and I'll get into that in a little bit. This will be the saver, so hopefully you get one of these with your unit. You need this longer extension to really make the installation a lot easier, and I'll talk about that in a second. Mounting bracket. I will note that there are no machine screws, in this kit. So they give you basically screws to install into wood, to install into cement. But if you already have an existing fixture and you're just replacing essentially this bracket with the new one, and you're using machine screws, which that's what I have in my home, you're gonna have to use the ones you already have and try to use it try to reuse it with this. Or you're gonna have to go to Home Depot and buy some other screws. You have this little guy, so just attaches to the rod, kind of hides some things. The power adapter. Now for me, in the installation, this is where everything started to go wrong. I really struggled with the power adapter and the mounting bracket. And the reason is because, you would think you'd be able to just install the power bracket, the power adapter into the bracket, and, then install the fan. So, keep in mind, you've got a 25 pound fan attached to this when you're trying to install it to this. But that's not how it works. So basically what you have to do is install the bracket, install the fan rod, okay? And you can notice already that this is an extremely tight fit. Okay, you try getting this bracket into here, and it is damn near impossible. I mean, it is so tight. They designed really no room. You know, I'm gonna say not even a quarter of an inch. Like, there is just no slack getting the power unit into this bracket. And the fact that you have to install this first and try to, you know, make room for this giant power, you know, power supply is just crazy. So that doesn't help things at all. You know, I'm fairly handy and I do a lot of projects around my house, and this has been the one thing that was kind of really upsetting, that, you know, you couldn't just include maybe a quarter inch down, you know, some extra room to allow this bracket in, or this power adapter in, or just make the power adapter smaller. The other thing I noticed is the power adapter doesn't essentially snap in or lock or bolt anywhere into this. So when you install this, it's basically loose. It works, but it you know, it's just not what you expect when you're paying close to $300 for a fan. You know, especially if you bought two of these things. So, okay, then we get into these guys. I was extremely disappointed with the selection of material. This almost feels like a heavy duty styrene. And if you don't know what styrene is, basically it's really cheap plastic, and that's what this feels like. I'm sure it isn't, but it is awfully close. And the problem that you see is it's very easy to scratch. So when you're trying to install all of this and you have this sitting essentially, you know, connected to this shaft, and you're trying to install this, you get, most likely you're going to get scratches. I was able to install one of these without scratching this, but as you can see, you know, this one is done. There's nothing I can do. I'm gonna have to contact Carro and ask for a new one, because it's just beat up, you know. And I think all this was maybe the wiring or something scratching it. There really was nothing else that could have done it. To me, it was just from, you know, the power supply and all of this stuff hanging when you're trying to install it. Lastly, I'll make this quick, the instruction manual. So when I got the instruction manual, I knew I was in trouble, because there's nothing that says Carro, you know, smart fan on here. It's basically the item number, and, you know, it gets into, and you can tell it was, this must have been rushed, because one thing I noticed is we're getting there in a second. So yeah, so this just gives you an idea of what the unit looks like. So that's what you're installing. So you're trying to install essentially this, you know, I don't know, 8-inch rod, and there's just no room. This is like ridiculous. If you could fit this in easily and then put the adapter, you know, I don't see how you could do it. It just doesn't work. It's just such a painful task to get done. So more about installing. Okay, here it is. So essentially, you know, you can use, this is what I was talking about earlier. So you can install with the wood and the concrete, and they provide you all the hardware for that, and that's great. That doesn't quite work out that way. This is not, you know, most homes, those little screws they give you, the machine screws, those are nowhere near long enough, in my opinion. I would not trust a ceiling fan to that. So they got some work to do on the hardware there. The other thing is, you can see this power adapter, you know, it's quite a mess, and I'll show you why. So we go here, here's a wiring diagram, and zoom in here real quick. Okay, so you've got black, white, and yellow. The problem with that is that most homes in the US have a red wire, and that goes to the switch. And the red wire has to connect to the black. So obviously there's some issues here as well. There's nowhere in the instructions it talks about the red wire or whatever. I only knew this because I was replacing a fan and I had already wired a fan. When I saw this, I knew exactly what was going on. I was like, oh, that's not gonna work because I'm gonna turn the fan on and the power, and it's not gonna work because the red wire is not attached. And sure enough, you know, that's exactly what happens when you do that. So just be aware that their wiring diagram is not right. You know, at least not for US homes with switches. The next thing is, you know, yeah, okay, plus decreases fan speed. Yep, that's good. Okay, minus increases fan speed. Nope, that's not how it works. These are reversed. Oh, the breeze nature, that's actually a really cool setting. I gotta hand it to them. I really enjoyed that setting. Yellow turns light on, off. Yeah, that's great. The white, you know, turns the white, and that also helps with the Wi-Fi pairing. That all worked, that's fine. This guy doesn't do anything. You know, it's supposed to help you with setup, but really this QR code is worthless. It did not help with anything. Basically, you just have to follow the white light / Wi-Fi pairing button and use that. This doesn't do anything but take you to a blank website, and kind of made me nervous, like, oh great, what did I buy? What did I spend, you know, close to $600 on? And that's it. So, you know, these instructions, not the greatest, but not the worst. I've seen much worse. So I'll add in a video. You can see the fan installed, and you know, for those that ordered it, just be aware this is what you're gonna encounter. For those that are looking to order one, you know, and I'll post this in my video, but basically I think the fan is probably about an 8 out of 10. It actually is a really nice fan. But man, on the installation and the materials, some things like, you know, like this, you know, I'm giving it probably a 4 out of 10. It's just such a horrible experience installing this thing. You know, this is also not very fun, and the fact that it just kind of sits in there, it doesn't make any noise, which I was shocked about, but I think they made the tolerance so tight, and instead of just adding a bolt that, you know, would secure this in there, you know, they just chose to make it really tight fit, and it makes it very difficult to install. I had plenty of room. I had no wires really impeding my installation, but when you're dealing with, you know, this, and then you've got this wire, and you got to kind of move this out. I don't know why it comes this way, by the way, because you basically have to uninstall this, move this to the side so it's out of the way of the power pack, and then install it. Because otherwise this just impedes the power pack, even though it's, you know, you can see it barely takes any space, but that's how tight the tolerances are. And essentially, you know, you can't install it. So you'll probably end up scratching the power pack or doing something if you get it in, but it's very difficult. So, you know, it could have been much easier. All they had to do is maybe add 1/4 of an inch to the height of this bracket, you know, or make it so that this could be installed with the power supply and everything ready to go. Like, I don't know why they couldn't just do that, or why they didn't just think of that. To me, they obviously didn't install this fan, because you can basically just, you know, most fans, you hook up all the electronics, and then you know, you put this bulb in the holder, and, you know, you're ready to go. You just install the power, and you're done with installation. But with these guys, you know, you have to put the fan in, so now you got a 30-pound fan hanging, and then you got to try to do all this wiring, and, you know, you're doing it with this giant power supply. So thank you for your time. I'll post the star rating in my review.